Our Bible story is from the book of Luke, chapter 3, from verse 2 to 22. Ananias and Sapphira were the high priests. At this time, a message from God came to John, son of Zechariah, who was living in the wilderness. Then John went from place to place on both sides of Jordan River, preaching that people should be baptized to show that they had repented of their sins and turned to God to be forgiven. Isaiah had spoken of John when he said, "He is a voice shouting in the wilderness, prepare the way for the Lord's coming. Clear the road for him. The valleys will be filled, and the mountains and hills made level. The curbs will be strengthened, and the rough places made smooth. And then all people will see the salvation sent from God." When the crowd came to John for baptism, he said, "You broods of snakes, who warned you to flee from God's coming words? Prove by the way you live that you have repented of your sin and turned to God. Don't just say to each other, 'We're saved, for we are a descendant of Abraham.' That means nothing. For I tell you, God can create children of Abraham from these very stones. Even now the earth of God's judgment is poised, ready to sever the roots of the trees. Yet every tree that does not produce good fruits will be chopped down and thrown into the fire." The crowd asked, "What should we do?" John replied, "If you have 2 shirts, give one to the poor. If you have food, share it with those who are hungry." Even corrupt tax collectors came to be baptized and asked, "Teacher, what should we do?" He replied, "Collect no more tax than the government requires." "What should we do?" asked some soldiers. John replied, "Don't extort money or make false accusations, and be content with your pay." Everyone was expecting the Messiah to come soon, and they were eager to know whether John might be the Messiah. John answered their question by saying, "I baptize you with water, but someone is coming soon who is greater than I am, so much greater that I am not even worthy to be his slave and untie the straps of his sandals. He will baptize you with the Holy Spirit and with fire. He's ready to separate the chaff from the wheat with his wind-whirling fork. Then he will clean up the threshing area, gathering the wheat into the barns, but burning the chaff with never-ending fire." John used many such warnings as he announced the good news to the people. John also publicly criticized Herod Antipas, the ruler of Galilee, for marrying Herodias, his brother's wife, and for many other wrongs he had done. So Herod put John into prison, adding these sins to his many others. One day, when the crowds were being baptized, Jesus himself was baptized. And as he was praying, the heaven opened, and the Holy Spirit, in bodily form, descended on him like a dove. And a voice from heaven said, "You are my dearly beloved Son, and you bring me great joy." This is the end of our story.